Today we'll dive into the life and legacy of Dietrich Mateschitz, the founder of Red Bull and a remarkable figure in the world of entrepreneurship. Unlike many leaders who thrive on public attention, Mateschitz took a disciplined and strategic approach to balancing his public success with an intensely private personal life. His philosophy not only shaped his own success, but also serves as a blueprint for others aiming to find harmony between their personal achievements and personal boundaries. Let's break this down to three main areas. To begin, I would like to examine his rare public appearances. Dietrich Mateschitz founded Red Bull in the 1980s, a brand that has become synonymously alike with energy, adventure, and innovation. Despite his monumental success, Mateschitz rarely appeared in public. He granted very few interviewers throughout his career and was often absent from events and campaigns his campaign became famous for. This was a deliberate choice. Mateschitz wanted Red Bull, not himself, to be the focus of public attention. By doing this, he allowed the brand to speak for itself. I wasn't tied to his personality or face, giving it a universal feel that transcended him as an individual. This is a contrast to many entrepreneurs today who branded themselves as inseparable from their companies. This approach shifted attention from the founder to the product, fostering a stronger emotional connection between Red Bull and its consumers. It also set a precedent for how brands can thrive independently of their leaders. Next, I would like to talk about the commitment to strategic privacy. Mateschitz understood the value of setting boundaries with the media. He didn't just avoid the spotlight, he actively ensured that his personal life remained off limits. For example, it was rare to find images of him in social situations or stories about his personal relationships. He lived much of his life in seclusion in Austria, away from the corporate hustle. His home in Fuschili was intentionally isolated, reflecting his desire to keep the world at a distance. His discipline in maintaining privacy was not accidental. Mateschitz believed that in separating his personal and professional lives, he could give his full energy to both without interference. Considering how challenging this must have been in today's world, wherein the line between private and public is increasingly blurred by technology and social media, his ability to enforce these boundaries shows a rare level of self-discipline and focus. Now, I would like to change gears and look at the bigger picture. Mateschitz's legacy of balance, his approach, offers a powerful lesson for entrepreneurs and professionals. In today's era of personal branding, there's an immense pressure on how to put yourself out there, to share your life on social media, give interviews, and make public appearances. But Mateschitz proved that it's possible to achieve keeping your personal life entirely to your own. By protecting his privacy, he also protected mental clarity and focus. His separation gave him space to innovate without consistent distractions of public scrutiny. It's no coincidence that Red Bull's marketing campaigns are some of the most creative in the world, in my opinion. They were designed to be environment-free of unnecessary noise. Moreover, Mateschit's decision to not only make himself the face of the brand meant that Red Bull's success did not depend on him. Even after his passing in 2022, the company continues to thrive. This hallmark of great leadership, building something that can outlive you. What we as future leaders learn from Dietrich Mateschitz is, let's break it down into three key ways. Prioritize your own work over the fame. Mateschitz focused on Red Bull's achievements rather than his own. This ensured that the brand's reputation remained strong and independent of him. 2. Set clear boundaries. Mateschitz's disciplined approach to privacy was not just about avoiding media. It was about creating a space for what mattered most to him. In our lives, we need to set boundaries between work and personal time to maintain balance. 3. Leave a legacy of independence. Try not tying Red Bull's identity to his own. Mateschitz created a company that would stand on its own. The lesson? Build systems and teams that can carry your work forward even in your absence. In conclusion, Dietrich Mateschitz was a visionary who mastered the art of balancing public success with personal privacy. His rare public presence, strategic boundary setting, and enduring legacy offered a framework to anyone striving to achieve greatness while staying grounded. As we reflect on his life, let's remember that true success isn't about what you achieve in the public eye, but it's also what you protect and nurture behind the scenes. I wonder what all he did in his life to create such a wild legacy. I'll give that over to my next colleague who will talk about his other business ventures that helps Red Bull maintain its prominent standpoint in the company.
So let me share with you a story about the man who created his own empire that changed the world. It all started in 1980s when Dietrich Mateschitz, an Australian man with a background in consumer goods. During his trip to Thailand, he stumbled upon a local energy drink that called Krating de Jong. This drink used to be favored by truck drivers when they drive for a long distance. Battling jet lag, he tried the drink and he was amazed by how energized and refreshing he became. Inspired by its potential, in 1984, he partnered with Chilo Yuvadia, a Thai businessman and the creator for that drink. Together, they transformed the concept into something entirely new, crafting a drink for a global stage. 3 years after the partnership and after changing the flavor into something that fit the European taste, Red Bull was officially launched to Australia. At first, it was just an Australian secret. But Dietrich, a man with a big dream. So, by 1992, he flew into Hungary, Germany, South Africa, and France. And by 1997, he took the biggest leap by entering the United States market with whopping $50 million as a marketing budget. Today, Red Bull is everywhere in more than 170 countries. They sell nearly 10 billion cans a year, racking in over $11 billion. So how did he maintain that success? Red Bull is not just a drink. Red Bull is an adventure. Dietrich made Red Bull a lifestyle. From buying the Formula One team in 2004 to sponsor Felix the Space Jumper in 2011, Red Bull became a drink for daredevils and dreamers. Yet, these two balls are not just a logo. It's a symbol that represents energy, vitality, and the guts to chase the impossible. Next time when you sip your Red Bull, think of it as more than just a drink. Red Bull is a story of ambition, bold risk, and endless energy. Red Bull is not just a quenching thirst. Red Bull يعطيك جوانح. And now, the mic will be with Robert.
Hello, my name is Rwar Brown, and I'll be talking about the challenges Mateschitz faced throughout his time at Red Bull. As we all know today, Red Bull is a very well-known energy drink company around the world. But it wouldn't have made that without overcoming these 4 challenges I'd like to bring to your attention. The first challenge I'd like to talk about is international licensing. He had to obtain an international license to be able to sell Red Bull in Austria. This took about 3 years and cost him millions. And I feel like this could be a big challenge because once you start a business, you want to make profit immediately. And the fact he couldn't do that really slows things down. Because you put money into a business, so you're spending money and you're not making any money back. So the 3 years while he was sitting there waiting, he wasn't making any money. So that can just start off with a bad foundation in your business that you want to create. So that was a very big challenge in my eyes. So the next challenge I want to talk about was the regulatory barriers. Even the Austrian bureaucracy required the drink to be scientifically tested before the drink could have been sold. So once again, in his home country, he had to face another challenge, even being sold again. So on top of the license problem, he has to face this problem as well. Again, like I said before, he's not making any money. He's just trying to overcome these 2 challenges, even make profit. It's very two challenges he had to overcome. And one of the big challenges as well is the health concerns. These concerns can threaten the reputation of the brand. Because, for example, let's say you're a customer, would you really want to drink a drink that you hear is bad for your health? So to even persuade your customers' crowd that this is a really good drink for you and actually can give you energy, that can really affect you as well. Once again, another sales issue. So let's go back. International licensing and regulatory barriers are all sales issues. Now he's even facing the sales issues in the health, because customers don't want to drink something that could be detrimental to their health. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the marketing restrictions. Red Bull was banned in Germany, France, and Denmark due to its high caffeine. Once again, this could even bring back to the health concerns as well, because it was so bad, the reputation was so bad that it was banned in 3 countries in Europe. So imagine being a Europe country being banned. Your product can't be sold in 3 countries. And let's be honest, Germany, France are 2 very big countries as well. So that could be very, very bad. So let's talk about these 4 challenges. All these 3 affect sales. The barriers affect sales, health concerns affect sales, and market restrictions affect sales. So overall, what I'm trying to say is the challenge is they affected his sales. So the fact he overcame these three out of 4 challenges, no, 4 challenges that affected sales was very, very big on his part, because that's just hard to even imagine. So anyways, I would like to just thank you for listening to me, and I would like to pass it on to my next group member, who will be talking about the market strategy the Rainbow had. So thank you for listening. Bye.
Hello, my name is Rwar Abdullah. I'm going to introduce my part, which is about the management style of former owner of Red Bull. And we know Red Bull is the most famous brand of energy drink, and I'm going to start now. His management style was characterized by innovation, risk-taking, and focus on branding and storytelling. As a leader, he maintained a hands-on yet empowering approach, emphasizing creativity and independence within his teams. And a key aspect of his management style include focus on focus on vision and branding. The second one is risk-taking and long-term. And the third one, empowerment and independence. The fourth is low bureaucracy approach. Fifth is passion for support and sponsorship. And the last one, which is private and humble leadership. I'm going to tell these 6 points briefly. I'm going to introduce it now. And he didn't just sell energy drinks, he sold the idea of living life on the edge. Red Bull's slogan, gives you wings, reflects the ethos, inspiring consumers to associate the brand with adventure and high energy. And he believed in creating an emotional connection between consumer and the product. His approach went beyond selling drink. He built a lifestyle brand associated with adventure, adrenaline, and youth culture. He was highly involved in shaping Red Bull's brand identity, ensuring it resonated globally while adapting to local. The second one is he was afraid to take calculated risks, as evidenced by investment in extreme sports, Formula One racing, and sport clubs. And he prioritized long-term success over short-term profit. The third one is empowerment and independence. By encouraging employees to think like an entrepreneur, he nurtured culture where taking calculated risks was rewarded. And he trusted his teams to execute creative and innovative strategies. He created entrepreneurial culture at Red Bull, encouraging employees to think big and take ownership of their project. The fourth one, bureaucracy and approach. He believed in simplicity and avoided over-complex organizational structure. He emphasized clear goals and outcomes rather than microeconomic process. The fifth one is passion for supports and sponsorships. Athletes sponsored by Red Bull often speak as of the company's family. This personal connection has helped build a loyal network of brand ambassadors. And the sixth one is private and humble. He believed in sharing credit, working closely with the team's partners without overshadowing their contribution. Mattis rarely sought public attention, focusing instead on allowing Red Bull's achievement to tell the story. Despite his immense wealth and success, Mattis maintained a low profile and avoided the spotlight.
Hello everyone, my name is Hassan, and I'm here to talk about Dietrich's marketing strategy. When you think of sports or you're watching sports, sometimes you assume Red Bull will be visible, which might not even be true, but you just assume it is because that's how they want to be known or seen as. Now, their whole branding revolves around sports and its lifestyle. You can tell the core message are all about adventures, risk, energy, pushing to the limit, And the reason for this is that they want the consumers to feel a connection to that brand and that culture that Red Bull wants to represent themselves in, which creates a strong image and brand loyalty for the company. Now, they do this through lots of sponsorship by investing heavily to many events in many countries related to sports, or what they call it as extreme sports. Now, their tactics work because they add a unique experience towards the audience in which it becomes unforgettable, such as the Red Bull Stratos project. Now, if anyone remembers the man who jumped from the highest altitude with no parachute, and I can personally vouch that their tactics are working, as I was one of the people who watched it happen and I could never forget about it. Through all of this, you can tell that they have a specific target audience. Clearly, it's targeted towards the younger generation from the age group of 16 to 34. Though they have a specific age group to target, their audience are pretty diverse in terms of sports, music, or any social events. But they share common knowledge, which is the thrill, motivation, ambition, you name it. Now, Red Bull always thrives for innovation, since they also have a specific marketing strategy through the digital world by providing so much content through many apps like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many more. And their website helps the consumer for direct customer engagement, and it shows exclusive features which can only be seen in their website. And Red Bull also has many partnerships and collaborations with other companies or influencers. For example, Red Bull collaborated with GoPro, allowing the two brands to capture and share extreme sports and footage. And in another example, in the realm of motorsport, Red Bull has partnered with luxury automaker Aston Martin for the Formula One racing. Now, despite their successful attempts with collaborating with other companies, Red Bull owns several sports teams since they are so deep into sports, such as the Formula One or the football team like New York Red Bulls. And you can tell they want to show themselves out there in the world of sports as they are deeply embedded. This creates a culture that, in a way, Red Bull means sports. Their brand logo and slogan talks about energy and strength. I mean, they tell you that Red Bull gives you wings, and that's their slogan, which is a sign of what? Empowerment and doing the impossible. This slogan is used so many times to remind the consumers that they're on the top, pretty much. Overall, they remain consistent with their tactics to keep their name globally and keep expanding in the world, adjusting to many cultures and abiding by many countries' sports to target new segments and actively showing their core brand values. And that's Red Bull for you.
Hello guys, I'm Hesho. I wanna share with you my slide about the Mateschit other businesses ventures. The Red Bull Media House, the content production. Red Bull Media House is known for the producing content centered on the extreme sports, adventure, and the lifestyle. It uses cutting-edge technologies, virtual reality, and the live streaming to create immersive experiences. Notable projects including the documentaries like the Art of the Flight and live events such as the flights and Bombergunters Space Jump. The second, global with the operations in over 160 countries. It has built a strong global network to deliver its high quality media across its various platforms from TV to online channel. The motorsports, Formula One success, Red Bull Racing, and Scuderia AlphaTauri exemplified the Red Bull's strategic version. Red Bull Racing, in the particular, dominates Formula One with the starters like the Max Verstappen leading its winning streak. The source I mentioned, ESPN, on the Red Bull Racing success. Innovate brand extension. Red Bull uses F1 teams to showcase innovation events. The brand is on the global stage. Also, football teams. Clubs on it. Mateschit extending the Red Bull's reach into the football by the acquiring and developing clubs to like RB Leipzig and the Red Bull Salzburg. These clubs have gained performances in the European football. Thank you for listening.